So hello and welcome to this Adobe Animate tutorial. We are going to create a simple HTML5 animated banner, and right now you can see what we are going to be doing. A few things that I want to say. One of them is that in this tutorial I am not going to show you how you can prepare this banner for the Google AdWords, but I am going to provide a link in the description for the tutorial where I am showing that. And also I am not going to be working with the size for the Google AdWords banner because that would be like too small for the tutorial, so I have the size which is a little bit bigger. I want to show you that I also created the same tutorial in Adobe After Effects, and I am going to provide the link in the description. And I also created these tutorials in the Spanish, so I am going to put Adobe Animate Spanish version in the description. And the last thing that I want to show you that I also created a similar, not similar, but the similar type of the tutorial in Adobe Animate and also in the After Effects, and I am also going to provide that in the description with this glowing. But yeah, in this tutorial we are going to go with this one, and right now we can start. So right now I'm on the site Freepik, and I'm going to provide you this in the description, and I'm also going to provide you PNGs that I'm going to create, and I will also give you my Adobe Animate initial file that I'm going to create. So I want you to be able to follow along if you are going to have any issue. We are not going to use only one Freepik, we are going to choose two Freepiks, and I will provide you both in the description. Yeah, this is like we need this, and this one is like you can choose whatever that you want. We want just this person. But yeah, all you need to do is click download. You can go with pre-download and you can save this. I will hit cancel because I already did this, and I will go to the place where I have it, and I will have a very simple zip file. I can right click, choose extract here, and then I'm going to double click on this EPS. It is going to open me this in Illustrator like so. And what I want to do right now is I want to create new document, so I will go with Ctrl N or File New, and I would like to have this size 672 by 560. You can choose whatever size. As I said at the beginning, this is not the Google AdWords banner size, but this is like a double size of the Google AdWords banner. I could potentially, when I make this animation, scale this down in Adobe Animate, but I am not going to do that. But yeah, you can choose whatever, but I want this to be pixels, RGB 72, so I do not want to change anything, and I will just hit create. Now I will go back to the initial file, and I will click, and this is going to be grouped together, so I will just right click, and I'm going to go with ungroup, and this is going to still be grouped, so I will one more time have to go and ungroup this. Now as I can zoom in and zoom out with Alt and mouse wheel, and as I showed you in the preview, we have one which is like outer, which is outside, and we have one which is like inner, which is inside. And from this vector we can only use this one and this one to be outside, but we can use any one to be inside. If you wanted to use another one to be outside, you will have to adjust this in the Photoshop, but that's not for this tutorial. So I will go with this one, I will click on this, and with Shift I will click on this one. So I will go with these two, and I'm going to drag them to the new document that I created. They are going to be very small, so with the shift to stay proportional and Alt to go from the center, I am going to scale this down. And if you are on the Mac, you will have to somehow know which one is Shift, which one is Alt, but yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right now scale only this outer one. So with the Shift right now I will do something like this, okay, so I can make it a little bit bigger if I want, like so. And right now I will go with the inner one. Let me select the inner one, and I'm going to position it to the center approximately. And right now I am going to scale this with the Shift and Alt little bit, like so, and yeah, something maybe like this. Right now, if I want, what I can do is select it like so. I can go to the Align. I want to be aligned to the artboard, and I'm going to align this vertically, and I'm going to align this horizontally. Okay, like so. Now what I could do is I am going to go to the Adobe Animate and I'm going to create a new document, Control N, and I am going to go with the same size that we have in the Illustrator, so 672 by 560, frame rate is fine as it is, HTML5 canvas, and I will just hit create. And what I could do, but I am not going to do this way, and I will explain you and later I will show you why, but I can go ahead and one by one drag this from the Illustrator to the Adobe Animate like so. And I have two options right now: paste as bitmap. This is going to put me this as a bitmap, which means image pixels. But I don't like this option because it is sometimes going to put this little bit blurry, low quality. And I can go with this paste using GIF file importer preferences. This is going to put me this as a vector, and this would be fine. But Adobe Animate sometimes create weirdness, and in this particular case, it is going to create weirdness, at least for me. I will show you later on what it does, so I don't like it this way. I will delete this. Right now I will go to the library and I'm going to also delete this from the library, because when I drag it from the Illustrator, it is automatically going to put me this to the library, and I want to have like blank HTML5 canvas without nothing. Now I will go back to the Illustrator. And one thing is that I could go ahead and change this color to something else. For example, to the white. But if I want to change this to the white, what I need to do, and by the way, if you do not see a line or anything, you can go to the window and get it. I am not sure if I said it, but yeah. But right now I can go to the layers, and I am going to have everything in the layer 1, and I am going to only have this inner and this outside. And what I can do is right now I will go to the rectangle tool, and I am going to choose some color. I can go maybe with something which is almost black, it doesn't matter, and I'm going to just create a shape like this. And now I will go to my layers, and one thing that I will do very quickly is I will click these three lines. I will go to the panel options, and I am going to go with other, and I will put this maybe to 60. Okay, so this is going to just make my layers visually bigger, and I'm going to drag this background to the bottom like so, and I'm going to lock this because I do not want to move this. And now what I can do is I can go ahead and select this, and I can change the color if I want. I'm going to double click on this fill, and I can change it to the white, or you can keep it as it was. This really depends on you. I just wanted to show that you can change your color if you want without any issue. This background with this right now looks terrible, but yeah. What I'm going to do is I will go to the Photoshop, and I'm going to create new document. I want this same size, same width, same height, pixels, RGB 72. I do not want to change anything, so I'm just going to click create. And yeah, and what I'm going to do, I had this as a crop tool, so that's why I had this one. So I just want to go to my selection tool, and I will go to the Adobe Illustrator, and I'm going to click on this outside one, and I'm going to drag this to the Photoshop like so. And yeah, and I will hit enter. Right now we cannot see this because it's white on the white, so I will click on this background, and I will go to this little I don't know if you can see this, but this one, this, and let me do this, and I will just go with the solid color, and yeah, I can go with something like this just to be able to see this. And I am going to position this maybe like so. I can go with Ctrl T to scale this, and I can go with the Alt, or I guess it's Option, to scale this. We do not need to hold Shift in Photoshop, so I can go maybe with something like this. Now I could go ahead and try to adjust it, put it to the center. It should snap automatically, but what I prefer to do is I will go to the C crop tool, and I'm going to crop this like so, and it is going to snap me in here. I will crop this like so, it is going to snap me the same thing like so, and same thing in the bottom, and I am going to click enter. And right now I am going to hide my background, and I'm going to hide this white background, so I'm just going to have this transparent PNG, and I'm going to save this. So I will go to the file, I will go to the export as. I want this to be PNG. I do not want this smaller file, so I do not want to change actually anything, and I'm going to just click export, and I will go to the place where I want to have it. So I will go to my file, to my folder, and I'm going to create new folder which is going to be images, and I can go ahead and call this to be outer, for example, and I'm going to click save. Now I will show my background, and one more time, and if you want you can skip this part, of course, because I am going to provide you this, but if you are interested you can watch how I do this. And I am going to drag the inner one in here like so, and I will try to put it to the center. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the outer one, and one more time with the crop tool I'm going to put this like so. I will put this one like so, this one in here, and this one in here like so. Enter, and one more time I'm going to hide this one, and very quickly right now with the shortcut Ctrl Shift Alt W, I guess it's Ctrl Shift Alt W, yes, and I'm going to export this, and I'm going to call this one to be inner, and I'm going to click save. Okay, so now I will go to the Adobe Animate, and I will just click anywhere, and I'm going to change my stage background color to maybe something like this, so I will be able to see my vectors, and my PNGs. And right now I will go to the place where I have my images, and I'm going to drag both of them to the Adobe Animate like so. Okay, now I'm going to select it, and I'm going to go to the align. And one more time, if you do not see align or anything, you can go to the window and you can change this. And I am in the workspace essentials, but yeah, I will select this. I will go to the align. I want this to be aligned to stage, and I will align it like so, and I will align this like so. Now let me for a moment make this background a little bit darker, so maybe something like this. Okay, and I will zoom in right now, or I do not need to zoom in right now, but later on. But what I want to do is I want to put them to the separated layer, so I'm going to select this, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose distribute to layers, and right now we are going to have two layers, and I'm going to click on the outer, and I'm going to click on the inner. And yeah, there is a possibility that I want you to watch in here. Okay, if I click on the outer, I am going to have the middle in here like so, and if I click on the inner, I am going to have this also in there. But if you are going to have this little bit offset, let me move this little bit maybe like so. Well, and right now the outer is going to be in different place as the inner. What you will have to do is you will have to move this like so. Let me click on the outer. Okay, so right now I will go to the inner, and it should be in here. Okay, it doesn't allow me to put it to the center right now, but yeah. So right now what I will do is the outer one I will put to the same place. So I want to have this anchor point in both of them exactly in the center. So as I am going to provide you my PNGs, they are going to be exactly as I saw in the center. But if you are going to do this on your own, and you are not going to have this exactly in the center, this is what you need to do. Okay, and now I am going to create a new layer, and right now I will go to the Illustrator, but first of all I will have to go to my where I have this tutorial, Freepik 2, and I'm going to, this is the second Freepik, I'm going to double click, and I'm going to have this one. So this is something that I can also put to the Photoshop, but this is not something that I'm going to animate. So actually, let me put it to the Photoshop. So I will go one more time, Ctrl N, and right now I will go maybe with 500 by 500 very quickly, create, and I'm going to drag this to the Photoshop very quickly like so. Okay, hide the background, Ctrl Shift Alt W, export, and I will call this, I don't know, just yoga, and I'm going to click save, and I will go to the Adobe Animate, and I am going to go to that place where I have this, so images, and I'm going to, on my new layer that I created, drag this like so. So we are going to have it in here. But for now, I am going to hide this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both of these mandalas, and or I can select them like so, and I'm going to both of them convert to the symbol. So I will go to the modify, and I will go convert to symbol, and I'm not going to name this symbol. One is fine. I want this to be a movie clip, and I'm going to click OK. Now this is going to make me one layer empty, so I can delete this because we are right now going to have both of them in the one layer. What I'm going to do is right now I am going to double click, and right now I should be in the scene 1 in the symbol 1. So it is going to be maybe a little bit difficult because you need to double click on them exactly, but yeah, scene 1 symbol 2, scene 1 symbol 1, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select them in here. I will right click, and I'm going to choose distribute to layers. So right now we are going to have outer on the separated layer and inner on the separated layer. And what we need to do right now is we need to both convert to the symbol. So for now I'm going to hide inner, and I will click on the outer, and right now I will go with the shortcut F8. And I'm going to leave this as symbol 2, movie clip, OK. And right now I will hide the outer and show inner. And I am going to convert this to the symbol. I do not need to hide them and show them, but it's like I want to make sure that I am selecting the correct one. Very well. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to extend the timeline for both of them. So I will move like so, and I will go maybe to 360, and I'm going to just go with F5, or you can right click and choose insert frame like so, and yeah. Now this animation depends on you. Where you want to have your keyframes, but I'm going to do it my way, and then you can choose. So I will go to the frame 60, and I'm going to put a keyframe to both of them. So F6, or I can show you once. You can right click and insert keyframe. And let me right now hide the inner. So we are going to have only the outer, and I will go to the free transform tool or Q, and with the shift I am going to rotate this 90 degrees to the right, like you know, like the watch. So yeah, and I'm going to go anywhere in between, and I'm going to create classic twin. So basically we are going to have did I rotate it? Let me, okay. I want to create classic twin on the outside one. So one more time, create classic twin. So right now we are going to have this rotating as the watch is rotating. Yeah, and right now I am going to hide this one, and I'm going to show the inner, and inner one more time. I am going to rotate with transform tool, but right now to the other side like so, 90 degrees or minus 90 degrees, and I am going to create classic twin. So right now we are going to, I can show both of them, and both of them are going to be rotating in the different direction like so. Now I have this right now 60 frames. So right now I would like to go 120 more. So I will go right now to the 180 like so, and I'm going to go with F6, and I'm going to hide the inner, and I'm going to rotate the outer one more time 90 degrees with the shift like so, and I'm going to create classic twin. And right now I'm going to hide the outer, I'm going to show the inner, and inner one I'm going to rotate one more time 90 degrees, but to the left like so, like minus 90, and I'm going to create classic twin. Oh, and basically what's going on is in here we are going to have the animation. Let me show both of them faster, because the 90 degrees animation is going to happen in 60 frames, and then it is going to slow down because the 90 degrees animation is going to happen in 120 frames. So I hope that this makes sense. What I can do right now is I can go to the scene 1, and I'm going to click Ctrl Enter, and we will see this in the browser, and we are going to have this like so, and you can see that it is going to slow down. So I can play this one more time. It is going to be animating like faster, and then it is going to slow down. But yeah. Now I can see that I could make this inner mandala a little bit bigger. So what I can do is I'm going to double click, and I can go ahead and double click one more time to the, let me see if I have the correct one. No, I have the outer one, but that's actually better, because let me go back. I do not want to right now make this like harder, but right now I have this as a PNG, and I do not want to scale my PNG up because it is going to lose quality. This little scaling is not going to be like that much quality loss, but what's going to be better is I can go ahead to the outer if I want, and I can double click, and right now with the Shift and Alt I can make this little bit not only with the Shift, I can make this little bit smaller, so maybe like this, and I will go back. So right now the animation is going to be like so. Okay. Fine. We can see this person, even though it's going to be hidden, because there is file, publish settings, and there is like include hidden layers. We could go ahead and uncheck this, and right now we wouldn't be able to see this. But yeah, that's not something that I want to do right now. So I will go back, file, publish settings, and I'm going to check this back. Now I will go back to these mandalas, and we are going to continue with the animation. So right now I will move like so, and we have this first of all from 1 to 60. Then we have the less speed from 60 to 180. So there is the slower animation. Right now, one more time, we are going to create the faster animation. So right now I will go to 240 very quickly, F6, and I'm going to hide the inner one, and I'm going to rotate 90 degrees the same way the outer one. So with the Shift like so, and I'm going to create classic twin, and I'm going to hide this, and I'm going to show this one, the inner one, and I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees to the left, and I'm going to create classic twin. And now the last animation, what I need to do is I will go to the end, 360. So this is another 120. So this is like for the slowdown, and I'm going to click F6, and we can start with the outer one. So the outer one more time, I'm going to go like so, 90 degrees, and I'm going to create classic twin. And the inner one, let me hide them and show them. Inner one, I'm going to one more time rotate like so, and I'm going to go ahead and create classic twin. Okay, so, and I'm going to show both of them. Okay, I can go to the scene 1, I can show this one, I can actually go ahead and align this one. So I'm going to click on this, I will go to the align, and I can align it horizontally like so. Now I'm going to click Ctrl Enter, and this is what we are going to have. So for now, I think it is fine, and there is time to show you what is wrong with when I put this directly from the Freepik to the Adobe Animate. But before of that, let me extend the timeline on the scene 1, because in the mandalas in here we have this 360. So what I'm going to do is in the scene 1, right now I have only one keyframe, I'm going to extend both of them to the same length. So I'm going to move like so, I will go to 360, and I will go with F5 or insert frame. And what's going to happen right now is if I try to scale this down, so I will click on the outer and I will go with shift to scale this down a little bit like so, and I'm going to click Ctrl Enter. This is going to be fine. But when I was doing the same thing, I will go to the other file that I have in here. So I have the same animation in here and I will click Ctrl Enter. No, but not to the person. I will click Ctrl Enter to the mandalas, and I have the same animation, 60 frames, then 180, then 240, then 360. So I have the same animation, same everything in Adobe Animate. Everything looks fine. But when I go with Ctrl Enter, I am going to have something like this, and there is no reason this is like bug or I don't know, and I'm going to have this kind of weirdness. So this is something that can happen if you are going to paste this as a vector, and that's why I went to the Photoshop to create PNGs, because it doesn't happen when I do this this way. So yeah, if you know how to fix this, or if you know what is the reason for this, you can write me this in the comments, but I have no idea. So yeah, and this happened when I was scaling this down. So I did something like this, and when I did something like this, right now it works. Okay, but if I scale this one more time, like so, maybe it's going to be working, maybe it's not. This is weird. Okay, so that's why when I'm going to be in here and I'm going to let me log this person for a moment. I'm going to scale this up like so, and I will hit Ctrl Enter, and it is going to be working fine. And if I go ahead and scale this down like so, and I will click anywhere, it is going to be working fine. So yeah, I have no idea why this is happening, but yeah, now what we can very simply do is we are going to just scale this up and down. So I can go maybe like right now to the frame 35, I don't know. I'm going to create new keyframe F6, and then I will go maybe 15 or I don't know, something between 10 and 15 frames. I will create new keyframe F6, and I'm going to scale this up like so. And now I'm going to create classic tween. So we are just going to have the animation of scaling like so, and I'm just going to put a very simple easing. So I'm going to click on this one. I will go to the classic ease, and I will go easy in out. This is just going to make the animation a little bit better, but you do not need to do that. But yeah, so this is just going to scale me this up. Then I can move, I don't know, maybe somewhere here, and I'm going to create a new keyframe, and I'm going to go in here and scale this down. And I would like to scale it to the same position as this one. So I'm going to copy this keyframe. I will right click, and I'm going to go with copy frames, or you can just drag this like so with the Alt. Let me click on this, and I could just drag this like so. But what you can do is also copy it, and then I can right click and I can paste frames like so. This is going to give me this kind of weirdness. I can just right click and remove classic tween, and in here I'm going to create classic tween, and yeah, and I can just put an easing. So I will go to the classic ease, easy in out, double click, and yeah, and we can do this one more time. So right now I will go maybe in here, and I'm going to create new keyframe F6, and then I'm going to scale this up. So I will go in here F6, and right now I do not need to have the scale exactly the same as before one, so I can just do this like so, or you can copy the before keyframe if you want. And I'm going to create classic tween, and one more time I'm going to go and easy in out like so. And right now one last time, because we are going to start with the small, so we want to also end with the small. So I will go maybe in here, I will create new keyframe F6, and I am going to, right now I can do this with the Alt, I'm going to copy this smaller. So I'm just going to copy it like so. One more time it is going to give me this classic tween, so I will just remove it. I will put it in here, create classic tween, and I'm going to put an easing, easy in out, double click, okay. And right now Right now I am going to click Control Enter, and this is what we are going to have. We are going to have the rotation in the inner one, and we are going to scale down and up in the outer one timeline. But yeah, this is what we are going to have. And yeah, basically this is it. This is all. Now you can play with this as you want, but yeah, as I said you, I am not going to explain you in this video how you can adjust this banner to the Google AdWords, but I am going to provide the link in the description for that tutorial. And right now I will just very quickly show you how you can export this as HTML. And I am also going to show you how you can export this as a GIF or a GIF. I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, but yeah. And with the GIF, there is going to be a little bit issue. So if you want to know, you can stay in here. One thing that I would like you to do, if anyone is here until this point, you can write me that in the comment. It would mean a lot to me to know that somebody had been watching until this point. But yeah, right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. So I will go with Ctrl S, and I will go to the place where I want to have it. So I'm going to create new folder, and I'm going to call this to be Animate, and I will go inside, and I'm going to save this. So right now, if I go to that place, tutorial animate, I am going to have my only animate file. But as soon as you are going to go with Control Enter to see this in the browser, it is automatically going to publish you JavaScript, HTML and images to that folder. And I'm going to delete this, because what I want to do is I want to put this to the other location. So I will go to the publish settings, and I will go to this icon, and I am going to go to that place where I have my animate file, and I'm going to create a new folder which I will call index, but you can call it as you want. And I will go inside, and this one also I can call index. I will call it index.js, because I don't want to have this untitled.js, but I could have it. I will hit save, I will hit OK, I will hit file, and I will hit publish. And right now, if I go to the index, I'm going to have my animation in here like so, and I'm going to double click, and it is going to open me this in the browser. Now, when we want to publish this as a GIF, I will call it GIF. I don't know if it's pronounced GIF, and I don't know how you can write me this in the comment. But yeah, when you want to export GIF in the Adobe Animate, there is one little issue. And the thing is that Adobe Animate, when we have movie clips, because when you are converting to the symbol, modify convert to symbol, you have option graphic, you have option movie clip, and you have option button. And when we have movie clip, it doesn't make the GIF with the inner timeline. So our GIF is going to ignore this rotation, because it is in the inner timeline, and it is going to create only GIF with this outer timeline. So this is not something which is very good, and there is a little fix, but I can show you. I will go to the file, and I will go to the export, and I will go to the export animated GIF, and there are going to be one more issue. And right now I will have to wait, because it's going to take few moments. But yeah, maybe I will skip this, maybe not. Okay, first thing is that it is ignoring my background, and it is putting some other background. I will hit cancel, and it is ignoring this background for some reason. I don't know why, but what I can do is I can create new layer, and I can go to the rectangle tool, and in the rectangle tool I am going to get rid of the stroke, and I will go to the fill, and I can put this color, or I can choose another color if I want, and I'm just going to create a shape like this, and I'm going to put this shape to the bottom. So right now it is not going to be able to ignore my background, because right now my background is shape. So I can go to the file, I can go to the export, and I can go to the export animated GIF. And one more time I will have to wait, Yeah, what can I do? And I don't want to change anything. Maybe these colors from 128 to 256, because for me it's like more colors the better, but this is probably going to put you a bigger size. But if I'm going to go with save, and I will go to some place where I want to have it, and I'm going to call this to be GIF1, like so, and I will go inside and I'm going to save this, and I will go to that place where I have it. So I will go to my tutorial, I will go to the GIF1, and I'm going to double click. This is what we are going to have. Okay, this is going to be only the animation of the outer timeline, and yeah, I don't know if this GIF is going to be the best GIF in the world. But yeah, what we could do if we want also the inner timeline, there is an option. I will go to the file, I will go to the export, and I am not going to go to the export, but I will go to the export video media, and this will go to the Adobe Media Encoder queue, and I want this to be probably you are going to have in here this H264, I don't know. I want this to be animated GIF. I do not want to have this as a GIF. I want this to be animated GIF, because this GIF is going to give me like sequence of images. I want this to be animated GIF, and I will go and I want this animated GIF match source. Okay, there is this option, start Adobe Media Encoder render queue immediately. I am going to uncheck this, but it is going to ignore my request anyway, and I am going to click export, and this is going to open me this in, as I said, Adobe Media Encoder. I hope that it is not going to take a lot of time, but yeah, okay, so here I am. And it is going to start me this render automatically, even though I checked that, or I didn't check that I want this to start immediately. It started immediately. Okay, that's fine. I will have to wait few moments, but eventually we have 6 seconds, 5 seconds. I am not going to skip this, but yeah, it is also almost done. So yeah, come on, be quicker. Okay, and I can go right now to the right now this didn't give me an option where I want to have it, because it started automatically, and I forgot to change this in Adobe Animate. So let me check where I have this. Yoga, try animation 2. So I have this right now in here in the GIF, and it is going to be this one. Let me make sure. I will just right click, properties, details, okay, so this one. So I will double click to see this, and we are going to have this like so. But right now what I could do in the Adobe Media Encoder is I can right click, I can choose duplicate, and right now I could go ahead and choose, I have this as animated GIF. Okay, this one I want to be match source, but right now I could have made this in the Adobe Animate. I forgot. I don't know, I'm sorry. But right now I can go ahead and choose the location that I want. So I can create a folder which is going to be GIF, and I can go in here and I can call this to be yoga, and I can click save, and I can click this little arrow, and let me go back to the Adobe Animate just to show you. I will click OK. If I went to the file and I went to the export, and I went to the export video media, in here I had animated GIF. I have this match source, and in here there is an option to choose location. I forget to do that, but I already said that. But yeah, and I don't know, because I had this unchecked, start Adobe Media Encoder render queue immediately, but it started to render me that immediately anyway. I have no idea, but I don't care. But right now I am also going to have this in the tutorial in the GIF1. In here I am going to What's going on? Let me open this. Okay, this is give one. Where did I put this? Come on. What am I doing? Animated yoga try animate. Okay, I one more time I went to the to the wrong folder. I have many folders in here, but I put it in here one more time. But it doesn't matter. I can open this and yeah. Okay, so this finish was a little bit weird in my part because I lost myself in the folders, but I don't mind. Hopefully this made sense, and yeah, I am not going to record this one more time. I do not want, because this tutorial was already long. But yeah, this is it. This is all. I am not going to waste more of your time. Hopefully you have learned something. You can write me in the comments if you learned something, if I speak too fast, if I speak too slow, or any suggestions, anything. But yeah, this is it. This is all. Thank you very much and goodbye.